My ministry in Ilorin is a very difficult ministry to pursue. I'm a strategist. When you think, say, I did my 2, I did my 12. When you think, say, I did my 12, I don't reach my 20. But I will not let you know. So you keep running. In infiltrating the enemy's territory, you must also learn to keep secrets. Many of you talk too much. There are good things you shouldn't say. There are testimonies you shouldn't give. You must mature to that level where you know the one not to give, because that way you will play into the hand of the 3 S in spiritual warfare: speed, secret, surprise. The 3 S in spiritual warfare: keep secrets. Number 2, speed. Number 3, operate with surprises. Of course, when you keep secret, you have the advantage of surprise, because they don't know, they don't have details of what. You must also know how to inspire your followers. You inspire them, they will be running as if they are intoxicated. I'm building an auditorium now. A man called me and said, "Sir, I would drive a trailer load of cement to the site." I said, "My members will be glad to see you do it." And he did it. Members were come to call me that the former one we were buying cement per day, daily paid. Now somebody drove a trailer load of cement to the site, and I knew about it, and I did not disclose it. I want to surprise my members. My wife called me and said I should disclose the person. I said, "I will tell you later." That the man said I should not tell it. He said, the man said you should not tell it, that even to your wife you should not tell it. I said, "Look," I said, "I will tell you." Because what happened, you know, women, well, the next thing you are going to hear is that, you know, it was brother so and so who brought cement there, even though we are told not to say it. But you have just said it. Then that one will call another sister and say, "You know what is happening in this ministry? That God moved a certain brother so 9 bring cement. And we were told, you know, you are the only one I'm telling." So that one was... that one also has a friend. He's his best friend. Then you tell her that, "Look, we are, that if not because it is you, if I have no talk." So that's how the whole church we hear. There are secrets in ministry that you must keep to yourself alone, because it's between you and God. 3 S: secret, speed. You know how eagle come down to pick the chick? Is all the three factors are in place. It's coming, you won't know. The speed and the surprise element. I pray that you will become so strategic in the way you live and operate your life, that these 3 S will become personal facilities for spiritual warfare. You'll be able to keep secrets. You have the element of speed, and you have the element of the camouflage strategy. The camouflage strategy is to design a look that is like it, but it's not it. But you put it on the table. The Church of God in Nigeria has not matured enough to be deep-hearted and to be so well brought up in the management of spiritual information and facilities like I'm sharing with you. Such that, I don't know if it can happen again for a person like Ananias and Sapphira to come to church, and Ananias dies at church, and nobody ran to the wife or give an urgent call. Madam, trouble day church today. Peter, don't begin kill us one by one. No come yet. I'm going to brief you as things they go. Can we have such a church today where that type of thing happen and nobody talk? The wife came. Before she came, the young men packaged, they've done the burial and report by the ushers. The wife came and nobody pulled the shirt, the garment at the door saying, hey, church Iborolo, now they are killing that. Peter is killing people. We don't know how this church is going to be. Because yes, miracle happened yesterday, but today now we're dying. And we don't begin dying one by one. Something has to happen about this apostle. She passed through the ushers, nobody talked. Can you followers allow us leaders to do our job? I beg you. Because these interferences is not helping. Is that the amount you sell the land? Talk through. Now so I be no so. It tell lies. Look, the footsteps of those who carry your husband, and you also join them. And ushers came in and carried the dead body and go and do the burial. And next Sunday, church full. The Bible says there was fear in the church, and the number of disciples grew. In today's Nigerian church, people will run away from the church. Can we design things in camouflage that it looks like it, but it's not? Look at these flowers. It looks like flower, but it's not flower. These are plastic. And in every warfare, there are camouflage. Even the garment of the soldier, you will see the leaf of tree. Then they take. So when they stand inside the bush with the tree, you won't know. They have their tank. They will go and cut leaves and use it to cut the tank that is there. The church today has no camouflage. We fall direct prey to the enemy. We have no other door that the enemies don't know about. We have no other secrets that the enemy don't know about. We are so loose. And I don't really know how we came to this. Because I'm lucky to be part of the building of the first house in this country. I knew how the church was raised in the 70s when I became a Christian. This kind of loose mouth, careless people. I don't know how they were produced. There's no fear. But because of my age, if you look at me very well, you see I'm not a young man. And because of my experience, I've been able to raise a church that is disciplined. Because I tell you, you have to follow me. You don't follow me, you lost. You'll be lost. And I've proved it over the years. So there's fear. When COVID came, we didn't do church for a long time. The moment COVID lifted, my church starts service at 8 o'clock. My church is full at 7:30. There were churches post-COVID in Ilorin that closed down. They say members are not coming again. Not my church. They're not coming again. When you were not coming again, I sat in my house and was using prayer to cover you from COVID. Now that you are not coming again, wait, you soon hear. you soon hear from COVID. And if you think it's a lie, I once shared in maybe Manchester or Surulere. I was doing a crusade in Nebusa, and the emir of Nebusa sent 3 chiefs to come to me on the crusade ground. That loudspeaker is facing the palace, that I should turn it, that the noise coming from that speaker is disturbing the emir. So I asked them, I said, what did I hear? The noise. Now I'm preaching. You are calling it noise. Now, do you think you understand what you're saying? But I understand what I'm hearing now. And I should turn it. Then I said, if I turn it, the emir will die. But what was coming to my mind was, Jesus said, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. When I turn life away from you, what are you going to do? You die. And I said, tell him if I turn it, he will die. And if you think it's a joke, wait and let me turn it. I need women to come out of this meeting stronger. I need women to come out of this meeting bolder, surer, more confident. And I said to them, I'm staying 5 days here. I don't know who put this phone speaker there. Were the one who arranged all these speakers here. I don't know who arranged them. I'm staying here for 5 days to preach. If I see you here, if I see any of you, these 3 of you, if I see any of you here, before I leave this town, you'll be the first to die. And if you think it's a joke, come again. I even had one of them who was telling the second one, say, will you die because of Kabiyesi? Kabiyesi didn't make it. Kabiyesi has made it. Why would you go and die because of Kabiyesi? Kabiyesi has made it. Meanwhile, your own children are this small. You go and die. Everybody say power. You see, when Jesus was going, he didn't promise prosperity. He said, but you shall receive power. That's the only thing Jesus promised. And that is the only thing you get. And you don't need any other thing. Because whatever you don't have, power will supply it. May God give somebody power here. Whatever you don't get, whatever you don't have, power will do what? Power will supply it. Do you think Tinubu or whoever is working with him now will be struggling to get visa to a certain country? They will bring it to the president. Whatever you don't have, power will do what? Power will supply it. It's the biggest thing he promised. It's the biggest thing to receive. May God give somebody power here. Let me close with the seer strategy. Seers. S-E-E-R. Arion. In 2 Kings chapter 8 verse 6. When the king asked the woman, go to verse 7. Then Elisha went to Damascus and Meada, king of Syria, was sick. Verse 8. Verse 8, yeah. And the king said to Hazael, take a present. No. Wait, I'm looking for where the king of Syria asked his servants that, who among you used to go and okay, maybe from verse 8. from verse number 10. Thank you, Brega. 2 Kings chapter 6. Yes, that's correct. Well, let me take it from verse 8 down. 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 8. Hurry up, my time is gone. Now the king of Syria was making war against Israel. He consulted with his servant, saying, my camp will be in such and such a place. 9. And the man of God sent to the king of Israel, saying, beware that you do not pass this place, for the Syrians are coming down there. 9. Okay. 10. Then the king of Israel sent someone to the place of which the man of God had told him. Thus he warned him, and he was watchful there, not just once or twice. Verse 11. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was greatly troubled by this thing. And he called his servants and said to them, will you not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? Verse 12. And one of the servants said, none, my lord, O king. But Elisha, the prophet who is in Israel, tells the king of Israel the words that you speak in your bedroom. So he said, go and see where he is, that I may send and get him. Okay. The seer strategy. Infiltrating the enemy's territory through the talent of the seer. The king of Syria will make war plan. And Elisha will tell the king of Israel, don't follow that road, because that's where the enemy is coming to. Not once, not twice. And the king of Syria was very troubled that maybe there's a traitor in his camp that goes out to reveal the secret of his war plan. So they were never winning. But one of his servants came up with the answer and said, sir, you know what's going on here? There is a man in Israel, his name is Prophet Elisha. Whatever you are saying in your bedroom, the man is hearing. The man has infiltrated even your bedroom. So the king of Syria now told his servants, go and look for where we can catch him. You have forgotten that they have just told you that anything you say in your bedroom that the man has heard. Even this one you are saying now, the man has heard. The man don't hear. The seer strategy. It is also the safest. This will be my greatest prayer as we leave this morning. The seer. I will be rejoicing with you when you sit where you are and you see where they are. Can I say it again? You will labor less. You will have less fear, less concern. You will sit where you are. You will see where. I prayed there about 3 a.m. today. I started praying for you on this. And certain of you, when we start to pray now, certain of you will receive that talent. You just do like this one time and your eye will open. You sit where you are. You see where they are. The gift of Elisha, he contacted it with the eye. Because Elijah told him, he said, when Elisha asked, I need a double portion of your anointing. He said to him, if you see me when I go, then you will get it. So he contacted that gift with the eye. For every man, there is a power center. For Moses, it was in the hand. He raised up his hand on the rest. Anything he raised hand to do, it worked. For Joshua, because when God called Moses, God told Moses, he said, what is in your hand? You see, the query, the point of employment and deployment and engagement, what is in your hand? It's the hand. And he did all his miracles with the hand. But when God called Joshua, He put his own power in the leg. He said, wherever the sole of your feet shall touch, you will conquer. So when Moses got to the Red Sea and they needed to cross, he raised his hand because that's where his power is. When Joshua got to River Jordan to cross, he said, and when they needed to bring down the wall of Jericho, he said, what? For Samson, it was for brother Elisha. And for every man there is the secret of his power center. Power center. When he said he needed double portion of the power, Elijah said, well, what you have said is not, but you can get it. That's if you can see me when I'm going. So he contacted his own power through, because Elijah told him, he said, if you can see me when I'm going, it will happen. But he said, if for any reason you are not able to see me, he said it will not happen. So the thing for Elisha is in the eye. And you will notice that that's what this servant was saying, that look, as we are in this our house, O king, the man is seeing everything. Haman, and came back. You remember what Elisha told him? He said, where you are going, I was following you like this. And when the Syrian army were everywhere, and they were, and the Gehazi was, hey, they don't come, oh, they don't reach near, oh. Elijah said, would you go and sit down? The boy was hearing the horses were coming. Then he will come and tell Elisha, they have come, oh, they are near here, oh. Then say, the only way this boy will let us rest here, God, open. You see, Elisha is about. Then Gehazi saw that the mountains were full of chariots of fire and horses of fire. Then he rested. That's what I'm saying, that something will happen about your eye. You will sit where, I can say this 1,000 times, you will sit where you are, you will see where they are. And that way you can calm down. And only that time Gehazi calm down, because what are you worrying about? And that was what Elisha has seen, that there are chariots of fire behind us. Would you please go and sit down? I'm seeing what you are not seeing. The difference between you and me, there are things I'm seeing, you are not seeing it. And the only way you can let us have rest here, maybe you need to see what I see. In closing the matter, when the army came, Elisha told them, Elisha said, Lord, close their eyes, make their, you see, he walks. Well, if he's walking positively, well, he will walk with eye. If he's walking negatively, he will walk with eye. As he opened Gehazi's eyes to see, he blinded these fellows. He walks both ways. So, all the army of Syria became blind. Because the man's authority is in the... And only when he got them to the king of Israel, then he asked God to open their eye again. You see, the power of Elisha was in the, he contacted it on the day he got it through, because his God told him, he said, this thing you're asking about, if you are able to, so you need to be at alert. This thing, you need to be at alert. You must be at alert. If you can't see for any reason, you didn't see, then you won't get it. He didn't even ask him to pray. He didn't ask him to do night vigil. He didn't ask him to bring oil. He said, if you can see. I pray somebody in church here tonight, you will see. You will stay where you are. You will see where they are. Rise up on your feet.